Hello my fellow viewers. In this Minecraft video, I'll be showing you some wind charge stasis designs where the wind charges are generated by breezes and stored. Of course, I'm going to be going over some of the prototypes and of course, inspiration. Without further ado, let's begin. So, of course, we have to start with inspiration, of course from Hectorus 919's version 5 design. However, note blocks don't work in Minecraft Bedrock Edition like they do in Java, so I had to redesign the whole thing myself. So this is my first design. Basically, when the blocks are removed, the breeze aggroes onto the iron golem, and as you can see, the wind charges are stored. However, that wasn't good enough, so I decided with this design here, which is a more refined version, where the piston is actually going onto the breeze's head. And as you can see, the pistons get pushed up onto that stair. So whenever you want the amount of breezes to stop, it will be stored right there. To simply turn the machine off, just go to the crafter and select one of its tiles to power the comparator to power the piston. So if I go back into creative, and there we go. The breeze does shoot 2 balls once the closing thing has activated. But if we power 3 tiles from the crafter, it will open this little trap door here, which can, once we punch that little collection of wind charges, we will blast upwards. So you're supposed to actually align yourself before you open the trapdoor, but as long as you don't shift, it should be fine. If we go into survival for this one, so there we go, alignment right here. Open it back up and just simply punch it. And we've reached 227 blocks from -17, so that's a good 230 blocks or so. Now, the next design, I wanted to make it a bit better, so it shoots sideways instead of only upwards, so I did change that to the next version over here. This version 2.0 design implements the X and Z traveling of wind charges in a cluster, and this one doesn't actually have a counter in it, so you do have to stop this one yourself, and you can't actually release it yourself. You have to use a redstone block. I had to use a counter from Hectorus's because this design was just superior to any ones that I came up with. This blue concrete up here. Basically, the irons go into the dropper and they get shot into the hopper. So that's how that counter works. To activate this version 2.0 design, the piston's on the top, so it sends a piston blockchain, unlocks the piston, breeze aggros, and of course the wind charges get pushed down like that. Now as you can see, one does get stuck there. Sometimes another one gets stuck there as well, a bit further up, but as you see, that one gets pushed down. There would be another one that gets stuck. Now, as you can see, I did not implement any water shooting system into this version 2.0 design. This was just very rough. So, but simply just power this, and it will shoot out. So, yep, it works perfectly, just like the other versions from Java. And this version comes with a counter. It's literally nothing new going on here. It's the only thing that's been added is these 2 observers. Yeah, it's basically not even worth another version. As you can see, it does the same stuff. Now, it does seem like it fires preemptively, which is kind of sad. But the main thing here when I was building this was definitely looking at the area that they can shoot through. They can actually shoot through a wall like that, as well as the stair, of course, because of their alignment. This is the final version, version 3, at the moment, which you toggle off like this, which pushes the piston down like that, and opens it up. The problem with this one is that it does tend to break like this, where it starts to hit the iron golem. Simply just relog in the world and it should solve itself. And now it's nice and quiet. Poor guy. So basically, instead of making it the pistons pushed longwise, it's actually firing upwards, which is more easy to align it to. And as you can see, same counter at the bottom instead now, with the light blue wool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll make a tutorial, but by the way, this chair is definitely required in this build, as you can see. But yeah, maybe I'll make a tutorial later if, you know, this gets actually a significant amount of views and stuff, I don't know. But as you can see, the number of items equals to the wind charge number divided by 2. So if you have 20 items, as you can see there, then it will equal 10 charges in one shot. Now, this lamp, you can easily solve that, as you can see, with like some redstone or a dropper for the observer to observe at. Because if you saw in the intro cinematic, the redstone lamp kind of was flashing a bit too much, which could be annoying or could compromise the secrecy of the machine itself. Simply just do that to turn it on and off. And yeah, that is pretty much it. One of the breeze balls did actually hit the iron golem just now, so it's not 100%, but I would say it does filter it most of the time. Pretty satisfying. Oh yeah, don't use redstone dust for that, because you do actually need to block the water flow for this one. So, for example, just use a dropper. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Simply just add a dropper here for the observer to detect motion. And you should be able to build this pretty much by looking around, like here. If you go under here, that's the throne part. That's not actually required, obviously. But if I go around here, you can probably build it using your, eyes. And yeah. The yellow wool is the on and off system. The light blue wool is the counter, just like the previous versions. Orange wool is just the breeze ball alignment with pistons. And the dark blue wool is dispensing of water and resetting. So yeah, hopefully this was interesting and helped you realize that this is possible in Bedrock. And if you want a tutorial, 15 likes, pretty good target. This video did take quite a long time to just put out, so I would appreciate it. And yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you in the next one.